on Mike King Biz, on the mic with Mike, Richmond's premier business radio platform. Make it move!
Judge you how you judge it, say we going corporate. Nah, we just corner boys with the corner office. Cap table, what splits is.
It's fitting.
It truly is.
Promoting how business can make the community better. No one does it better than Mike King Biz, on the mic with Mike. Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That was played for Amy Dufor, who is here in studio with us, because as she recognized, we did move to the corner office. I don't know how long we're going to be here, but we're going to use it as long as we are.
Okay, sounds good to me.
It is good. All right, so this is Amy Dufor. This is the Mike King Biz Radio Network. She is with the Capital Ale House and Fest Beer Garden.
Correct.
There we go. Locations, multiple locations in the Richmond area. You guys have some other ones as well.
We do. We have 6 locations, 6 Capital Ale House locations in Virginia. We have 1 in Fairfax, Fredericksburg, Harrisonburg, then here on Midlothian, Innsbruck, Glen Allen area, and downtown Richmond. And then we have Fest Beer Garden, which is a sister concept, fast casual, very German-esque, with a giant beer garden, like it says in the name, off of Hull Street near Woodlake.
So ours is typically the one in Glen Allen. That is our home court. So we took my grandkids down to the one on Main Street.
Okay, that's our flagship.
That's a different feel there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we came from a college town. It felt like we were in a college town, like in a college bar area there when we went there. It was a different energy.
Mm-hmm. So it's located downtown on Main Street, and it's right slam in the middle of the financial district. So during the day, we get a ton of, office people coming in on their lunch break. And then in the evenings, the afternoon and evenings, it's kind of a mix of, some VCU students, local residents around there, because they've built it up a lot since 20 years ago when we opened it.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and we get some MCV, but a lot of hotels are around there now as well. So we get some travelers. It's could be anybody and everybody in there.
So, all right, as they say, like you say in church, I'd be remiss. Amy Dufor is big with the Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce. Alrighty, so really quickly, let folks know who you are and what you do, and then we're going to touch on the chamber as well.
So I am Director of Marketing for Capital Ale House and Fest Beer Garden. And then I also serve as Chairwoman for the Chamber of Commerce, Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors.
There is something that says persistence. I met Lori Warren from the Raceway a while back, and I said, ma'am, I've been banging on your door through 3 companies. Amy Dufor, I've been banging on your door forever.
You're very persistent. Thank goodness.
Well, you're here with us now. You guys, not only are you at the top of the line what you do as far as entertainment and food and all that, you guys are big time champions in the community. So that's right. We got to give a shout out to our man Mark Casper over at Tech for Troops.
Yep.
He does some outstanding things, but you guys have your hands in a lot of things. Talk about the philanthropic side of Capital Ale House as the organization.
So we have a program called CAP Gives Back, and every month we pick a different nonprofit in the area, and we donate $1 from our specials from all of our locations to this nonprofit. And so we're wrapping up. November was Tech for Troops with Mark Casper, who is kind of headquartered right here in Midlothian, but he actually serves nationwide, and he does a lot of really good stuff. So be sure to check out Tech for Troops, find him on LinkedIn. He's really great. And then this month, starting tomorrow for our December specials, we're working with Bob Lancaster and Virginia Ability.
Gotcha.
And they provide like educational services for businesses to help them hire and employ people with disabilities.
And that's why the name Virginia Ability, because I would always get the name wrong. And
did I get it wrong?
No.
Okay, all right.
You got it wrong.
Okay.
You got it right.
I got it right.
And see, because I always would put in there, and he says it's about the ability.
Correct.
Not about the disability. When you guys help for nonprofits who are out there, how can they get to be one of the featured organizations with you guys?
They could just shoot me an email, Amy@capitalalehouse.com. I'm really easy to find. Just shoot me an email and let me know what it is you do and your interest in the program. And, we've done everything from shelter animals to, the Down Syndrome Association of Greater Richmond, who's just recently rebranded. So I apologize. I don't remember the new rebrand.
That's AGR.
That's what they currently were this year, and they've just rebranded, and I can't.
We gotta get Jennifer
Yes.
back on the program, because the last time they were here, they were wrapping up that you guys had the summer program.
Yeah, that's so fun.
That's
so fun.
And they were so ecstatic because that, really quickly, let our listeners know exactly what that was.
So every year they come in for a week during the summer, and they have different interns in their program that get to go to different job sites who they partner with to learn different skills. And so for a week, we have somebody new, or for a month, we have somebody new come in once a week and do jobs around the restaurant. So they roll silverware, they greet guests, they run food, they can bring drinks. It's a lot of fun.
Alrighty, so we've had on the tourism and travel folks, hospitality, there is opportunity. Let's talk about opportunity for you guys. Every business needs people. You guys have been on the forefront, not only of taking care of your own people, but also, opportunities. Let's talk about the opportunity in the hospitality field.
As far as
where you guys see things, you guys need people. Everyone needs people.
Yeah, so staffing, remains a concern, an issue. Yeah, we're always looking for good people. We have all the locations, across the state. So sometimes we get some students, who are going to school at JMU, but they live in Richmond. So they're able to, work while they're in school at our Harrisonburg location, but live here in Richmond. We always promote from within. We have excellent benefits, like, a lot of restaurants may not offer, from health insurance to 401k to life insurance. I mean,
that was unheard of.
It's crazy. Yeah. We do so much paid vacations, personal time off, PTO in a restaurant. It's a great place to work for. I think, obviously, I've been there for 19 years.
When you went, when you went there, what job did you go there for?
So I went there. So they only had one location, and it was downtown.
Okay.
And I went to go in to start as management. However, they didn't have enough slots open yet, but they knew that they would continue to grow. They had a plan to continue to grow. And so when I started as a bartender and loved it. It was so fun. And then as soon as the positions opened and they opened more locations, I immediately went into management. I've kind of worked a lot of different positions in there, which just gives me, I worked as executive chef for a year and a half. That was a tough job, but it was very eye-opening. And then I was general manager, and general manager when the music hall opened downtown and the beer garden opened downtown. And, so it just kind of gives me a lot of insight to all the ins and outs of Capital Ale House and what we do and what it takes to run it successfully, to be able to market it successfully.
So in the past, we, as I said, when you were here before, we always talked about, we knew you, the Innsbrook location, as the people who were the ones who had something to do with the music. When you look for opportunities for, whether from a marketing aspect, what are the things that you look for that you can hang your hat on that are interesting?
So for us, what makes us stand out? Our tap list. We have, almost 100 taps, or just over, at most of our locations. If it's not 100, then it's fairly close to it, and including bottled beer. We try to source local whenever we can, and that goes for beer, wine, spirits, and food. And we support the local community, local nonprofits, through our charitable give back months. It's not even a give back night. We do some one-off give back nights as well, especially in other locations like Fairfax or something like that. So we do a lot, sponsorships, community support. So all of those things kind of help us stand out a little bit apart from everyone else. We are locally owned and operated, so I report directly to the owner of the company. So it's very hands-on.
So when most of the facilities, the businesses are right here, how do you stay? And stay in touch and keep the corporate culture with the ones who are, say, over in other locations?
So the director of operations and Matt usually travel to those locations at least once a week. So they're very in tune with that. We have monthly meetings. We're in constant communication, through email and anything else that we need to do.
Alrighty, so you guys always have some really cool things happening. What's happening out there with the Capitol Ale House?
Okay, so right now we
Okay,
have.
here we go. 1 second.
Here we go.
Alrighty.
Thank you. So right now, starting tomorrow, we have for the month of December, we have our Cap Gives Back for Virginia Ability, and our specials, $1 from each special sold gets donated to them. So the potential is there to make a big contribution to Virginia Ability. And I just want to kind of maybe read off what we have with her featuring. So we have a mushroom soup. We have a Polish sausage that's seared and served with beer braised onions, Polish honey horseradish mustard, smoked Gouda cheese on baguette, and Hungarian potatoes. And we have a braised beef short rib, which is an 8-ounce boneless beef short rib served with creamy horseradish mashed potatoes, wilted baby spinach, and beef au jus. And then a gingerbread cake, which probably tastes like Christmas.
That's nice.
Yeah, so all of those. So we have a corporate chef, Chef Jackie, who is amazing, and she comes up with these specials once a month. So to kind of tie into a flavor of who Capitol Ale House is, but also local and seasonal. So it's a nice treat. You can only get it at Capitol Ale House for the month of December. And again, $1 from every single dish sold off that menu gets donated. So times 6 locations, it can be a significant impact.
And that is, and always say to the nonprofits out there, a lot of times people bend over backwards for the big ones. They all want to help the big ones. Like if it wasn't for Bob Lancaster, I don't know if I would have ever heard of Virginia Ability.
Right.
And that's the thing. So what you guys are doing for them, whether it's them, Down Syndrome Association, it is something that plays a big part in their organizations, because it's always funny. I always say changing the world ain't cheap, easy, or free.
That's right.
Money got to change hands somewhere
That's
along the
right.
line. So let's talk about where we are back now. Are we back to where we were pre-pandemic?
For the most part, we are, especially this year. So if you remember last year about this time, which is every restaurant's busy season, it's our busiest season of the year. We kind of had a little resurgence of COVID. So things kind of died back down. And it wasn't, it was going to be the first holiday season back where we were going to be really busy, and it just didn't happen. But this year it seems like it is, people are booking parties, people are out celebrating, with their offices or happy hours or lunches, and families, of course, coming in. So yeah, so it's back, it's getting back.
It's back. The drawback, I guess, now is staffing issue across for everyone in every industry.
Yes, and I hear it everywhere I go. Every chamber event I go to, I'm also on the board of the YMCA, and so we do a lot of things with them, and it's everyone. It's everybody in that organization as well.
Explain to the listeners about staffing and how that affects, because we don't understand it, we don't see, as you guys call it, the back of the house, how many people you guys are short.
Correct.
Back there, we just see people out in the front, and so explain to us why that's important, or how that works.
It's that kind of duck on water, cool, calm, and collected
on
the surface, and then you're paddling like crazy underneath. But yeah, so if we're short in the kitchen, or if we're short, front of the house staff, and a guest may walk in and see a bunch of empty tables.
Yeah, we're like, okay, what's the wait?
Why are we waiting? Yeah, so it's because we want to make sure that we give you the best possible meal service experience, not just one or the other. We want you to have a great experience. And if for some reason we didn't execute that, please let us know. We want to know. You're welcome to talk to the manager there. You're welcome to send me an email me personally, amy@capitolalehouse.com, and let me know about your experience. And I promise we will do everything we can to make it up, to do better.
One of my king here, Amy Dufor, is with us. So when people walk into, whether it's Walmart or Arby's, they want the same thing, standardized. It's going to be the same whether I'm coming to Richmond or in Des Moines. Capitol Ale houses seem to have different personalities.
Mhm.
The places, let's talk about how that happens. So Fest Beer Garden is different than, say, Midlothian, which is
Mhm.
different than downtown. Let's talk about like the atmosphere of the different locations and why or how that happens.
Sure. So if you go into our downtown location, like we were talking about earlier, and during the day, it's a lot of professionals for on their lunch hour. And then in the evening, you could get, some college students or MCV staff getting off of work or local residents in the area. But if you go to, and they can be, we have the music hall there, so you're getting people in from all over for a musical show, and that the game room downstairs is going to be packed until 2 a.m. when we, turn the lights up and lock the doors. But if you go to, say, Midlothian, because of where it's located, it's mostly residential. There aren't a lot of hotels around there. Now, we do get a lot of when we have travel sports. So travel sports is back, thank goodness, because that gives us a good amount of business as well. So our more suburban locations will still see a lot of that business because we have the big rooms that can accommodate them. But on any other given day, it's going to be families, and they might not have a game room full of people till 2 a.m. on a Wednesday night, or do you know what I mean?
I do.
So, or on a Friday night or midnight on a Wednesday. So it's just, it's very different. Short Pump or Glen Allen, our Innsbruck location, is very different as well, because you used to have all those businesses right there in Innsbruck. So you've got some of that coming back as well, but it's a lot of travelers because there's a lot of hotels out there and it's a destination area. So you've got people who are visiting for other things, visiting there, and the same with our other locations. Everyone is different. Everyone's in a different building, 4 of them, 3 downtown, Fredericksburg, and Fairfax are all in historic buildings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And in all of our locations, you can see the photographs on the wall of the town, old historic photographs of the town. So they're all very different. They're all very unique. But then again, it's all very consistent in the service and food that you're getting, which is extremely important.
Yes, it is. My appetizer favorite open is the pretzel.
Okay,
And being, being
giant Bavarian
yes,
pretzel.
and being from Philly, we're pretzel experts. But people always
Is Philly a pretzel?
people
Okay.
always talk about cheesesteaks and
Yes,
hoagies,
yes.
but we are experts in pretzels.
Okay.
So and with the mustard too.
Mhm.
So shout out to your team. They always go above and beyond for making people feel comfortable and happy. Alrighty, so one last thing. What else is new and exciting? Anything else you want to let our listeners?
One last thing,
Here we
yes.
go.
So we have, we turned 20 years old on November 4th. 20 years. Yes, not only did we survive COVID, we survived the 2008 recession, and we're able to continue to grow. So we're very, very blessed, and we're very, very thankful for that opportunity to be able to say
20 years.
20 years. It's amazing. It's so amazing. So to celebrate our 20-year anniversary, we partnered with Hardywood Legend and Center of the Universe. And they created a special beer just for our anniversary. So Center of the Universe created an Imperial Oktoberfest. Hardywood created an English style barley wine, and Legend created a celebration winter bock. So right now we have those in mixed, so you can only get those at Capitol Ale House and their tap room for the beer that they brewed. And right now we're offering seasonal or mixed 6-packs. So you get 2 of each, and those are only available at Capitol Ale House. They're available at all Capitol Ale House locations, but only at Capitol Ale House can you get that. And once they're gone, they're gone. They'll never ever be made again. It's such an exclusive beer by some pretty awesome partners known in the area who helped grow the craft beer scene.
Which is hot.
Which is hot, but they were like the original ones.
There we go.
So it's such a treat. It's such a treasure. And if you're looking for something for somebody for Christmas,
There you go.
holidays,
That's it.
there you go.
Alrighty, so people know the Capitol Ale House. What is the vibe with Fest Beer Garden?
Fest Beer Garden is so fun. So it's located off Hull Street in between like Woodlake and Magnolia Green.
Mhm.
So it's very neighborhoody from, Hampton Park and Woodlake and all those neighborhood people come in. But it's family as well. But it's this kind of our play on our favorite holiday was Oktoberfest. We used to do an Oktoberfest celebration. So that's where all of this comes from. We have, German beers on tap year round, not just in September and October. We offer some German items on the menu, schnitzel and all these different artisanal sausage sandwiches. And we have giant beer garden communal tables. So you might be sitting at one end and we might be sitting at the other. And then who knows, maybe we'll be friends at the end of it.
And that's what you do. So how long has Fest Beer Garden been open?
So it's been open since 2018.
Where would that concept come from?
So it came from Oktoberfest. So it's fast casual, and the owners of Capital Ale House, love Oktoberfest, the event. And Capital Ale House would put on this event every year. And then out of that, that's where they decided, hey, would be a great idea and different and unique. It's the only one. And it has a giant beer garden, and during the winter, it's open all year round. The beer garden outdoors is open all year round. We have a giant fire pit out there. We've got a couple of events coming up. So we have on the 11th and 12th, which is a Sunday and a Monday, we have a live reading of A Christmas Carol. So there's 3 guys in the neighborhood who would do this. I think they have some theater background. They would do the show.
I'm sure they would have to.
In their homes.
They're not just regular 3 guys who
love that story.
These are people who are performer types.
Yeah. So one wears a hat, one wears a scarf, and the other has the cane, and they do a live reading of A Christmas Carol. It outgrew their home. So we did it at Fest the first year, and it was packed. Everybody came out for it. It was so much fun and something different to do. And it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Well, then COVID hit. So this is our first year bringing it back in person. So you can go to the Fest Beer Garden Facebook page, Fest VA, and check it out. All the information is on there. And then we're working on a Night of the Carols event too. So you'll have to stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you do. Alrighty, one last time, how can people find information about Capital Ale House?
You can find us on all of the social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have capitalalehouse.com and festva.com are the 2 websites. If you have any questions, you can find me on LinkedIn, Amy Dufor, or shoot me an email, a message through LinkedIn, whatever you need.
And you guys are also champions of the Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce. Yes. Big time.
Yes.
Are you the president now? Are you still, or has it been turned over to my man Mark Bowen?
So I'm the chairwoman. Danielle's the president. Although it's nice to be referred to as Madam President, but that's not my title. So it's it's chairwoman, and then it runs from January to December. So this is my
this is your swan song.
Yeah, this is the swan.
Then it goes over to
Mark Bowen of Westchester Commons, who is fantastic.
Yes, he is a master showman.
I love Mark.
He's great.
I'm his #1 fan. He's awesome.
Yeah, and so ladies and gentlemen, besides going out to the Capital Ale House, go check out my man Mark Bowen down at Westchester Commons. He got some great things going on out there. So on the mic, ESPN Richmond, the Choice 105.3, as well as International Business Code Radio. We got to run. All righty, folks, take care now. Thanks now. Take care.
Thank you.